My name is Lawrence Beiman. Back in May of 2007, my family and I decided to go visit the Bronx Zoo. While we were there, unfortunately, I had a bad fall. I wound up tearing my knee up a little bit. Went to my regular doctor and then started the whole process of, getting evaluated. And I went for MRIs and all sorts of tests, and it turned out that there was a pretty significant tear in my meniscus, and which required surgery. And it looked like, it wasn't something that was just going to be okay, fine, done with. My life was going to change a little bit. And it was, somewhere around that point in time where, I sought David out. Well, I knew of David. He's a well-known lawyer and a very good lawyer. So, I contacted David and made an appointment to come in, sit and talk to him. Wanted to find out a lot about my injury and primarily wanted to see how I was feeling otherwise, how I was physically, where I was in that point in time. And very detail-oriented, needed to, really dive into it, get every last bit of detail regarding the injury. He introduced me to many people within his staff, and I was introduced to people that I would be talking to over the course of time. So if I had questions, I would know where to go. I had email addresses, so if there was any kind of correspondence, I knew who I would need to talk to. It wasn't like a big mystery. It was, it was very clean cut for me. Adam Hurwitz was the lawyer who actually tried my case. Just a consummate professional. The amount of preparation that was put into my case was really amazing, because I didn't even realize it until I got to court. There were pictures of MRIs of my knee, and the Perecman Firm took these tiny little pictures and made these big blow-up posters that had all this writing on it and had all this detailed information about it. In some cases, I actually learned more about my knee and the injury from his posters than I did from my own doctor. In fact, my surgeon even asked if he could have one of them, because they were that detailed and that specific that the jury, when they saw these posters and they saw the detail with the arrows pointing to the injury, and how Adam Hurwitz was so very articulate in explaining it in layman's terms, so people that didn't have a medical background could clearly understand what they were taught, what they were listening to this whole time during the trial. If you wound up having a situation, an injury of some sort, where you needed to hire a lawyer, if you hire the Perecman Firm, if you get David to represent you, he's an animal. In the Lion Kingdom, he's a gazelle, he's a lion, and he's an elephant all in one. He really is. He really, he and his whole staff, and they're just absolute professionals. They don't look for the quick, easy way out. And I just don't think you're going to get that with any other lawyer. I really don't.